Welcome to another episode of CandisLive. And as usual, I am so excited to be here with you. You know, we've gone through a little something so far, and I'm ready to go through a little something extra. Now, this message is definitely a life changer. I've had this one hidden away, just a little gem. I just had to pull out of my vault just for you. So come on in, let's get started. You know, this pandemic has brought with it a lot of challenges. Many people lost loved ones, and then some gained some. You know, there are a lot of pandemic babies out here now. Some people lost their jobs. Some people started new businesses. And everyone changed their life in some form or the other. One of the greatest things that has happened during this whole time is that doors appeared. In absolutely everyone's life, there was a door that appeared. When your job closed down, there was a door of opportunity that appeared. Either it was to switch careers, dive a little deeper into what you were doing, but more on a more personal, intimate level, or create new solutions to the present problems. Every single time, in every single situation, a door opened and a new opportunity appeared. Now, some of these opportunities can be seen as positive, while others can be seen as negative. But regardless of the opportunities, we must always find a way to work them to our benefit. Now, many years ago, I opened up a beauty supply store. When I opened up that store, I did it on the basis that I needed money. Yeah, I know everyone needs money. But it was more urgent than that. My son was very ill at the time, and I needed an incredible amount of money, and I needed an incredible amount of time in order to tend to him. And so I did the thing that I thought was necessary. I started a business that provided me with the flexibility to do exactly what I wanted to do, and the possibility of making enough money to do what I needed to do. And so when I took out on this adventure, no job in sight, me, a sick son, and now this beauty supplies company. See, the thing is as if that wasn't enough of a challenge. In my area at the time, the government had started this new Roadwork project. And so on the street where my business existed, the streets were closed at this end and then closed at the other end. So essentially, no one could get to my business. And so I thought about this long and hard. I was like, oh boy, that door really closed on me. I made this move so that I can open doors for myself. But here it was. This opportunity is being shut down because the roads are now closed leading to my business. And so what I did, I decided, me and my 2-year-old son, we would take all of our stock from inside of the building and we would put it outside of the building under a tent. Now this was some years ago, right? Over a decade ago. And at this time, no one was doing tent sales. Now everyone is doing a tent sale, but no one was really doing a tent sale. So we made our tent, we pulled all of our merchandise outside onto the sidewalk. I made up some little flyers and I had my assistant go to the end of the street and handed out flyers to everyone that was stuck in traffic due to the road work. And so this trickled in, a couple of people here, a couple of people there, you know, and everywhere. But this one day, as I stood out there handing out flyers, someone asked, do you have a store elsewhere? And I was like, no, I don't have a store elsewhere. My store is through this corner. And they said, well, I can't come through the corner. You know, my car can't get through there because the roads are closed. And it got me thinking, yeah, the roads are closed. That door is definitely closed. And I have no idea when that door is going to open up again. So I went back to my store and I looked at my son and I sat down and I talked to him about what was going on. Yes, he was 2 years old. Yes, I was talking to a 2-year-old about an adult situation. But, you know, my 2-year-old was very clever, Very, very clever. Because you know what his response to my dilemma was? Okay, mommy, if people can't come to us, why don't we go to the people? Simple, right? 2-year-old answer. And that 2-year-old answer transformed my perspective. That 2-year-old answer opened a closed door. And so once he said that, I started thinking, all right, I got to get out. I got to carry it to the customers. And so I corralled my cousins and my siblings, and I'm like, okay, here's a package of products. I want you to go to all of the beauty salons, all of the barbershops, all of the little stores in the neighborhood, and I want you to start selling products. Take orders, write it down, bring it back. Okay? And so we started doing that, and again, the door opened, because as we went into the community, more and more people found out about the business, and more people started to call and say, hey, do you have this product? Do you have that product? Can we get this? Can we get that? And then it occurred to me, wow, if this is the kind of response I'm getting from people that I didn't know, I should get a great response from people that I've worked with before. And so with that idea in my head, I started to look at my network, look at all of the people that I've ever been in contact with from a professional perspective. And I remembered, hey, listen, I've worked for galleries. I've peddled art door to door. I've sold almost anything and everything. I've even sold sand on the beach. And I mean that quite literally, sand on the beach. Okay? So obviously, I've made contact with enough people that I can find a way to increase what I was doing. I could find a way to open a door. And so I decided what kind of clients I wanted. And I looked in my Rolodex. Yes, I know, a Rolodex. It really dates me, but that's okay. I don't care. I had a Rolodex. So I flipped through my Rolodex and I started to see a frequency of certain clients that no matter what I was selling, they were buying. No matter what was going on, if I showed up, whatever I presented to them, they were getting one of whatever it was. And so you know what I did? I packed up my car and I headed out to the western end of the island. I looked at a little map I had made for myself and I marked out every single offshore bank from as far west as I could go to central. And every month, I knocked on doors. I knocked on doors, each time learning a new technique, each time learning a new skill, each time getting to know the rhythm of the people and the rhythm of the place, learning what they want from what they did not want, each time looking at a closed door and deciding, how am I going to get this door to open for me? How am I going to get the person on the other side of the door to walk up to it, turn the knob, open it, and say, Candice, girl, come on in. Come on in. We into what you into, girl. Come here. Right? See, the thing is, when life offers you an opportunity, you must be prepared to take it. And when I say being prepared to take it, it doesn't mean that you have the answers or you know what the next step is. It means that you've approached the situation with a mindset that anything is possible and you are prepared to move as fluidly as possible. When things shift to the left, you shift to the left. When things shift to the right, you shift to the right. When the door opens, you are ready to walk through. When the door closes, you're not standing too close that it hits you in the face. And then when there is no doors, you are prepared to scale the roof and come in from the top. Whatever it is, it must always be your mission to get to the other side of whatever you're dealing with right now, to get to the other side of the things that have you limited or make you feel as though you are oppressed. And that's what it was for me. And in every situation I find myself, I look at what is ahead of me. I look at the door that is shut in front of me. And I say to myself, as I press my ear firmly against that door to find out what is on the other side, how much of this do I really want? Everything that I'm hearing on the other side of this door, is this for me? And once I've determined This door here, this door that is keeping me away from the things that I desire is not going to stop me. I move forward. I move forward by jiggling handles. I move forward by doing a clarion call. Hey, I'm out here. I'm doing this. Come open this door. You don't know how to open. I'm going to get a locksmith. You know, sometimes I even think to myself, maybe I need to get a thief. I just need to get someone that understands how this door works. And I need to get someone to teach me how it works. Now, I know I said a thief, right? When I say a thief, I mean because when it comes to how of a thief's mind works, it works much different than the rest of us. For us, it's simple. Knock, the door should be open to you. Turn this handle, I should be able to open this door. Slide it over here, I should be able to get into this space. But a thief thinks about it quite differently. A thief does not expect the door to open. A thief does not expect there to be a response when they knock on the door. You know what they expect? They expect to have to find a solution to the problem that is in front of them. So when you approach these closed doors, approach it with the expectation that you're going to need a solution. And not only needing a solution, come with your toolkit. Come with an idea of the possible problems that may exist. Come with those solutions. Come with your little picks to pick apart a situation so that you can devise an access point for yourself. Come with a hammer and a little chisel tool to tap away at the things that are keeping you away from removing the barriers that are in front of you. Come with your toolkit. And your toolkit is all of the lessons that you have learned about the thing that you are now doing. Today, you may be an artist, and yesterday you were a banker. The thing is, most artists don't think about the money. So when they get there, when they're knocking on the doors, hey, let me in, let me in. I have art to sell. They're only thinking about getting through the door in the front of the person. But this art is to support them. It's to bring life to them. It's to bring sustenance to their life. But because they have the experience of being a banker, now when the door opens, they have the tools that they need to make that walk into that open door worth their while. Because now, because they've thought of it like a thief, and they have brought those tools that no one else was thinking about to the table, when they reach into that open door, it's no longer just about, my art is beautiful, why don't you allow me to hang it here? Why don't you purchase this? But now they are able to negotiate. They're able to position themselves to get the best value out of what this experience is providing. And that's how you have to think about it. Every single thing that you've experienced up to this point, up to you standing in front of this door, every single thing has become a part of your toolkit. So the next time you're approaching a closed door, don't look at it as, I've never been here before. I've never had this experience before. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. No. Look at it as though you are a thief. All of the lessons that you have learned that are in your toolkit, you bring it with you. You bring it with you to that closed door. And you approach that closed door with integrity. You knock on that door. And if the door doesn't open, you jiggle that handle. And if the door still does not open, you reach into your toolkit and say, what can I do to access this space? What have I learned that can help to position me so that I can access this space, this opportunity, this adventure? What is it that I have that can transform my positioning so that there will no longer be any closed doors before me. We're here changing our lives one decision at a time. Every single experience that you have had up to this point has changed your life. And today, as you stand in front of closed doors, do not negate any of your experiences. Put them in your toolkit so that the next time you come up against a closed door, you're able to tap into that experience. You're able to pull out your faith. You're able to take everything from your past that is positive and bring it into your future so that you can walk through which once was a closed door, but now is completely open to you. As always, thank you for joining me. Thank you once again for joining me for another episode of CandisLive. And if there is nothing else you remember from this episode, remember this: you are the key to those doors that are locked in front of you. It is all about your perception of what is going on and your willingness to be open to the possibilities. Your thoughts. Unlocking limitless possibilities. Until next time, I love you.